2020. First, our nation is swept by a virus, then by protest over racial injustice. With all the turmoil, the goings-on of a small Tennessee town might seem a bit unimportant, but maybe at a time like this, they are more important than ever. In 2015, my wife and I moved to Henry County, Tennessee. A business opportunity brought us there, but it didn't work out. But while we were there, we made an amazing discovery. The county seat of Henry County is Paris, 2 hours from Nashville on the far side of Kentucky Lake. And like its famous namesake, Paris has old buildings and works of art. It even has an Eiffel Tower, just not quite as big. So what was our amazing discovery? That the people of Henry County have a community spirit unlike we had ever seen. And they demonstrate it by giving away money, lots of money. They come together to support a local charity called Helping Hand. The entire community participates in the charity's annual event to raise money.
We don't have fundraising projects throughout the year. We have one major fundraising project, which is the Helping Hand radio auction. It runs from January through February. Each day, a different group or community or organization donates items to the auction. They are sold over the radio. People call in and bid, or they come to the convention center building to bid in person. And volunteers do 99.9% of all the work. Then the next day, it's a different group or organization that's donating the items and a different group of people that are bidding on the items. We do that for 7.5 weeks.
1979. An established local charity would be launching under its new name, the Helping Hand Radio Auction. 40 years of agreement and cooperation in supporting the community. These days, people can't seem to agree much on anything, whether it's wearing masks or whether or not racial injustice is still a problem in our country. How have the people of Henry County worked together with such unity for so long?
Good afternoon, everybody. The Helping Hand radio auction for January 22nd, 2019 is on the air. Gotten lots of good items in for you all to bid on. Here we go, 9-inch caramel pie, graham cracker crust, caramel filling, topped with Cool Whip and chocolate chip sprinkles. 4 large manicottis. This is an 8x8 pan chocolate block full of manicottis with all that cheese on top. Paris Building Supplies at 120 on the herb-crusted prime rib. Are we done? Other side. Andy Collins is at 20 now on the coconut cream pie. Wait. Go big or go home.
One of the many charities that receives help from the auction is Darkhorse Lodge.
Darkhorse Lodge is a retreat for combat veterans being built in memory of my son and his 24 Marine Corps brothers who were killed in Afghanistan. When we went out to California for the remembrance ceremony in 2011 and saw some of the faces of the men who came home, saw the pain in their eyes. When we moved down to Tennessee, that's when I thought, this place is really pretty. And if Alec had lived, this is something that would be really cool if somebody had done for him. And so it just occurred to me, this is too beautiful not to share. My original plan was actually to build 25 small cabins, but that was when my husband Kirk said, no, you know what, let's not isolate these guys. So we'll have 25 bedrooms, each one named for one of the 25 young men who were killed in Afghanistan. And then we'll also have a staff cabin where on-site resident staff combat veterans also. This is 100% funded through donations. We just got a donation from a VFW in Dixon, Illinois. And so we get donations like that, and then we get literally $5 donations on PayPal. People want to know what it's like to have lost Alec, and I can tell them what it's like to have lost my son, but it's more than just that person's family that suffers. It's an entire community, and it's getting to the point where something needs to happen soon, and I want to be part of the solution rather than just sitting back. People ask how we can do it, and it's hard. Besides burying my son, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. And I give up every day. You know, I say, how can you not give up? Oh, I give up. I quit every day. Every night when I go to bed, I quit. And then every morning I wake up and I put my feet on the floor and I do it again. And one of the major reasons is because the need is so great. I've had people say we need 10 of these in every state, you know. But another reason is because I don't want to disappoint him.
So how does one conduct a nearly 2-month-long daily auction, mostly consisting of food? You get it brought in fresh every day. Volunteers make this possible. They work 6 days a week and Saturday nights.
We never were without people. You know, we always have people that'll come in and work. And some of them work more than one day, and some of them work in the mornings, or some will just work in the afternoons, and few stay all day long, which is kind of exhausting because we're usually there between 12 and 15 hours a day.
There is a flurry of activity each morning as donations arrive and volunteers go to work getting them ready. Each item that's brought in is described, weighed, and measured, so the auctioneer has the information they need to describe it over the air. Before the day's auction starts, there will be tables full of items, ready for the auctioneer to present. And tomorrow, all those coolers will be filled again. One local business has a unique history with the auction. Brad and Tommy St. John opened their bakery with an emphasis on their special needs son, Jordan.
In 2016, Brad had gotten sick. We weren't sure what all it was, but he was home a lot. And so Jordan decided he needed to stay home and take care of Dad. On Brad's good days, they would find themselves in the kitchen.
We found an old family recipe that my wife's great Aunt Ethel had given to us for our wedding. It was part of our wedding gift. But when Jordan and I were home, we found this recipe and we began to make chocolate chip cookies.
It snowballed into cookies galore. We had so many cookies, I said, we've got to get rid of some of them. Well, it just so happened the Henry County Helping Hand radio auction was about to start, and I said, this is a perfect opportunity to get rid of these cookies, so we stopped eating them. Realized really quickly that this is something that Jordan and Brad really enjoyed doing.
On September 1st of 2017, we opened the doors to Sweet Jordan's Baking Company and Ice Cream Shop. It has been very well received by our community. This community is awesome. When a person has a vision, people will get behind it.
I wanted Jordan to be out in this community more. But I wanted him to be doing what he loved to do, and he loves to bake. And so that's what started this whole thing of having a bakery that he could do.
When we were making the cookie dough, we would weigh the cookie dough balls and then roll them so that they were a consistent size each time. And Jordan just excelled at this activity. We were absolutely just overjoyed with how well he did this repetitive activity that would bore most of us. But him, that was his sweet spot.
When we started talking about opening a bakery, I was shocked about how many special needs individuals were in this community dealing with the same thing we were dealing with, and that was they're sitting at home, they don't have a purpose. There's so much more for them. What I thought would probably be, maybe 20. Now we're at 32 and we just hired 2 more, so now 34 starting this week, special needs individuals, and it's just been unbelievable.
Upon opening the bakery and ice cream shop, our community really supported that. This particular vision has had an emotional attachment to a lot of people. There are a lot of families that have special needs individuals in their family, or they know someone that has special needs. If anybody knows a special needs adult, knows that they have some great qualities because they're incapable of judging other people. They don't see race, they don't see religious preference, they don't care where you live, they don't care what you drive. They just see the heart. They are quick to love, quick to forgive, and they love deeply. And it's exactly how we're all supposed to be.
Two months after the auction, 85 checks were given out. Projects were funded, people were helped. Another successful year.
We're proud of what we've done. And the idea that you can sell cakes and pies and dinners and craft items and raise $300,000 to $350,000 and put 97% of that money back into the community locally, that's something we're all proud of. And I think justifiably so.
It takes people volunteering, it takes people to donate items, and it takes people to buying the items. So it doesn't matter how good your item is, if somebody's not there to buy it, it doesn't work as well. But we're very optimistic that it'll keep on.
Over its 40-year lifespan, the Helping Hand Radio Auction has raised over $6 million and given it right back to the community. Regardless of the stock market, who was president, or even how harsh the winter was, the people of Henry County have held their radio auction every year without fail for 40 years out of the love they have for their community. Couldn't our country use a bit more of that?